A lot of people expected the Patriots-Bills game to go a long way in telling us which AFC East team is the team that has the best chance of going to the Super Bowl. What went down last night might not have been truly indicative of what these teams can do. It was cold, it was wet, it was windy. New England winning 14-10, despite throwing 3 passes. Ironically, Buffalo isn't built for bad weather because they can't run the football. Josh Allen, his passes were affected by the weather all night long. He seems to be their best running back. And I'm going to give credit to the Patriots, not just Bill Belichick, but the Patriots for adjusting. And Belichick has shown through the years that he can change his style to match his personnel in this situation. I mean, you go back when he had Brady and Randy Moss. They were lighting up the night. Great passing team. But this is a team that kind of has reverted to its conservative roots. They have a run game. The defense is really impressive. Maybe it'll be different in a couple of weeks when they play again. But Sean McDermott, the Buffalo Bills head coach, not exactly handing out verbal bouquets to Bill Belichick.
How would you just explain the psychological component of coaching against Bill Belichick, especially when he's doing something like that, just running the ball constantly?
Let's not give more credit than we need to give credit to Bill Belichick in this one. It was, whether it's Bill or anybody else, they beat us, right? But you sit here and you tell me when we start with the average starting field position of the 40-yard line and he starts with the 23-yard line, you give me that ahead of time, saying I like my chances. So it's not, I don't think, with all due respect, it's not a Bill Belichick type thing. It's what are you doing with the opportunities you got?
Well, he says he likes his chances if you gave him that scenario. You were given those scenarios.
Literally. That was the scenario.
Like you lost. Right? I mean, you guys were both playing on the same field.
They didn't spot the Patriots 8 points.
No. Okay. Here is Bill Belichick talking about his game plan.
Bill, at what point did you guys know you're going to have such a run-heavy approach? Was that the plan all week, or was that something that you...
No. We didn't know what it was going to be. So it worked out on look, Josh did a good job throwing the ball out there today. It's not easy. I thought he did a pretty good job. Not that he, had a career day or anything, but it was tough conditions. But he slung it in there pretty good, made some really good throws.
Yeah, Bill's not going to go, man, I'm great. I came up with this. I'm a genius. He's not going to say anything. I would love to know Josh McDaniels' role here because we do tend to say Bill Belichick. Belichick deals with the defense. I don't know if he came in and said, let me rubber stamp this. Yeah, all right, let's go with that. But when you think about extremes, this isn't one of those, hey, you know what, let's just start out and run and see how it works. This is what we're going to do. And they did it. And Buffalo knew they were doing it and still couldn't stop them. This is a home game against the Patriots. We keep waiting. I think we're secretly rooting for Buffalo, maybe not so secretly, because we're tired of seeing Belichick and the Patriots. He's doing a great job, a masterful job. Right? There's part of us that doesn't want to see him succeed, but then there's part of us that says, boy, it'd be great if the Patriots played the Buccaneers. Right? Yes, Eden.
Yeah, I mean, that's the ultimate, right? Just to finally settle this whole debate about between last season and this season and the last 20-something years. Yeah. But I like, too, though, that the Patriots last night are like, here's like 4 or 5 running plays, and we're going to do them over and over and over and over again.
Yeah. But what's lost in all of this is the Patriots' defense. Like, nobody talked about that. It's, man, did you see what the Patriots did? They just ran the ball the whole night long. Well, you give Buffalo great field position, and they were able to score 10 points. That's really impressive. No matter what the weather is like, that was still, Matthew Judon is the signing of the year. As McLevin always says, if the Ravens get rid of you or let you go, chances are you probably don't want to pick that player up. This has been different. He has been great. Not good. He's been great. Yeah, McLevin.
Yeah, the red sleeves have become like a trademark thing.
Yeah, he's great. He's, you get those impactful players. And all you're asking for, and this is all Bill does, is just give me a big play at some moment. And he's been great. Secondary's been very good as well. It's just, it feels like a typical Bill Belichick type team that's conservative, couple of big plays, nothing outlandish, and try to stay in the game. There was also second guessing, Sean McDermott, because, who was going to have the ball in the fourth quarter, or which way were they going in the fourth quarter? And the wind, the Bills didn't have the wind at their back in the fourth quarter. And there was some second guessing. McDermott could have decided to give his offense the win in the fourth quarter, and maybe the comeback attempt would have been a little bit easier. You had a missed field goal, a 33-yard missed field goal there. But, given the elements on Monday night, it's certainly worthy of consideration that if you're going to give your team the win and how important that was going to be. Yeah, Paulie.
Just to play devil's advocate here, everyone's going crazy over Belichick and the game plan and running the ball and how smart it was. The Bills had 2 chances to score in the fourth quarter. If the Bills somehow squeak out this game, or let's say the Bills take the lead by 1, and Mac Jones gets the ball with 1:50 left and has to run a 2-minute offense with no timeouts, would that quarterback have been ready after not throwing for 2 hours? Or would the offense have been ready to run a 2-minute offense after not throwing for 2 hours?
Yeah, I'm going to guess they would be. The question is, what are you? Everybody talks about Mac Jones. He's got probably one of the weakest arms, in the NFL. Okay, we get caught up in how strong somebody's arm is. Okay? Joe Montana didn't have a strong arm. Last time I looked, he's one of the great quarterbacks of all time. You got to have somebody who throws people open. If you watch the mothership prior to the game, they had some isolated plays where they showed Mac Jones throwing players open. Now, in college, you don't have to do that. Certainly at Alabama, you don't have to do that. In the NFL, you do. So it's more placement. He's completing 70% of his passes. Now, you can say they're all dink and dunks. Well, so is Tom Brady. I mean, watch the Buccaneers offense. It's just dink and dunk. For the most part, Brady's made a career out of that, a Hall of Fame career, the greatest career of any quarterback in history, dink and dunk. He had Randy Moss. He threw deep. When he didn't, maybe not as much. Use your running backs as wide receivers or in the passing game. So I'm not going to sit here and go, yeah, Mac Jones, no arm. All right. I just know that he is doing what he's asked to do. And that's not easy to do with Bill Belichick. Here's Mac Jones after the game.
I'm just trying to win, so it was good that we scored more than the other team, and we did a great job on offense. Josh just staying calm and just calling the plays that he knew that would work, and it doesn't matter how many times you run it or throw it, as long as we win, everyone's going to be happy.
Yes, that's all. I mean, I'm sure that he would love to throw the ball, but you're playing for Bill Belichick. You don't get that, what's Arian's slogan there? No biscuit. Is that, his thing of, would like to throw it deep? Yeah, McLevin.
Yeah, like don't risk it. What is
no
it?
risk it, no biscuit,
Yep.
or something like that. That's not Bill Belichick. Big difference there.
We were laughing about how cold Mac Jones looked though last night.
Well, when you think about it, you got Josh Allen played at Wyoming. He lives in Buffalo. Mac Jones, was he from Kentucky or went to Alabama? Oh, no, Kentucky was his other school I think he was going to. I don't think he's, been used to that kind of weather, even in New England.
He's from Florida.
He's from Florida. He probably got there and he went, oh, God, can I go home? But the Patriots practice outside, so, they were ready for this. Buffalo wasn't ready for it.